Okay, so today we've got another replay analysis. Haven't done these in a little while, but we'll start doing them a lot more frequently now that I've finished a few of my series. So send your replays to the email address on the screen right now if you do want to see it. Just going to show my ranks because this sort of shows my credibility. I know I'm not very well known, so I just want to sort of put that out there to say that I can give you some insight onto maybe what you're doing wrong or anything. I did solo queue every rank I've got. And yeah, so let's get into the replay. Thank you again, JJSwift, for sending the replay. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, thank you again for sending in the replay. You said you were champion 1, so hopefully you haven't gone up too much since you sent me this replay. And we can analyze it at the rank you're at, hopefully. But still, I think there's still things to take from this. There still will be things to take from this. Good back post rotation there. Okay, ball spills out. And you went off for that. Okay, I think... Okay, so let's go back to that. Alright, so the reason I want to look at this again is because if you noticed before, there was all 3 players on the blue team but on that right hand side. Now, you going up for this here means you've given them an easy pass for them to actually defend. I think it would be much better suited if you maybe either, 1, left it for your teammate that was behind you because you know he's behind you, or 2, actually waited and took a better shot than what you did. Because you had so much time because they were all on the wrong side of the field. And basically you could have either dribbled that, you could have maybe taken a shot, or let your teammate have it. So yeah, I'd say be more patient on this place. Try and figure out what your opponents can attack and whatnot, because usually you only go up for those kind of aerials when there's immediate danger, right? So that's something to look out for. Alright, so then you end up a little bit higher up the field, which is fine. Okay, so as soon as you realize, this will be a small point, I won't go back to it. As soon as you realize your teammate's not going to get it and you know the blue team's on their side, I would immediately start turning back. I think you stayed up for a little bit too long there. You could have turned back a little bit sooner on that one. Alright, so you're just rotating to the back post. Good. Get those pads. Yeah, that's very good. I really like that you went for the pads instead of that big boost on the side. And it means you can maybe start an attack. Okay, unfortunate you didn't get the best touches there. But the idea was great. Like, you got those pads, you were able to take it up the wall. If you had a little bit... Oh. Okay. I think I understand what happened there. I think you both got in each other's minds. We'll look back at that. Alright, so... Okay, so I'm not going to lie. My gut instinct, when I saw how far away he was from the ball, was to think to go and hit that to the corner. You know when you just boost there? I thought, yeah, he's just going to hit that to the corner, honestly. And maybe your teammate got faked out by that. But I think as soon as your teammate does push up for that... Honestly, I don't think your teammate even saw you. From what I can see. I think it's pretty bad if your teammate to like go for that and then... Like he actually goes and then you want to leave it for him. But yeah, my gut instinct was to... When you did that little boost and I saw how far away he was, I thought go for it. Because an opponent will be coming in for that. But then again, like if you had a teammate that was a little bit more confident... He would have gone for that and you would have been fine. He would have at least got a block, you know. So overall, it's a hard one to say. I think, yeah, try and analyze the spacing of your opponents. Try and think, I'm sorry, your teammates. Try and think, would an opponent go for this, you know? But it's definitely a very tricky situation to be in, and yeah, it's not a common situation. You just expect people to go for the ball at certain times. A little bit unfortunate. You both went for the same kickoff. That's fine. It happens a lot. Happens everywhere. Yes, I've even seen in pro games. They go for each other. So it's something that really can't be stopped too much. All right. So you're gonna rotate back. Get those middle pads. Really good turn. That was great. That was excellent. If your teammate could have found you, honestly, that was brilliant positioning. Again, good positioning. Just the pass is more of a shot by him. You're doing fine. Yeah, attacking wise, positioning. Few defensive mistakes, but well, not mistakes, but well, yeah, I'd say things that could have led to goals that you've sort of gone up for maybe. But yeah, definitely not mistakes. I mean, you haven't like conceded because of it. Okay, he's trying to pass to his teammate. Nice, great play. That was a really nice one. I think the defender could have saved that, honestly, but that was really nice of this guy. He saw the pass on and he did it. I kind of think the only reason he went for the pass is because he had no boost. And if he had boost, he would have gone for a solo play. Like they did when you were in the middle. You know what I mean? But it's fine. It was actually a pretty good play. Well done to all of you guys there. You were in the right position if it came to you. And you probably would have scored as well. Alright, okay, here, I think you should defend, like, just go. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to go back to this. I think this was your teammate's fault. He really should be controlling this, but I'd say you could have done a back post rotation. You may not have been able to save it in time, but I would say, from first glance, what I could see is that that's a position where you shouldn't be looking for a pass. You should be looking for going to that back post, because you're not in a position where you can score. The best you can do is hit it to the middle, and your team wasn't in the best position at that point. In my opinion, that's just what I saw. Alright, so I did say a second ago in the video that I wouldn't go back to this, but I think it's a very important point and a good educational standpoint on back post rotations and when you should go back. Okay, so I think what I would do, at least, at the start of this play, when you're behind this blue player here, I would just go left. I'd go left here and go to that back post. Now, the shot is actually slow enough. I think you may have actually been able to save it. If you were heading towards that back post, you could have done aerial and tapped it over. Something like that you could have done. Just in general, if your two teammates are back like that, especially if you're not in comms, like maybe if you're in comms, this would be okay. Your teammate could have found you, you could have flicked it onto the middle, the other teammate could have come in. But you're not in comms, this is solo queue, right? So you have to make it as easy for your teammates as possible. And if you went back, and you could have saved that, maybe, that would be the best thing, right? You'd still be at 1-1. Your team would be not in a great position because they have to recover, but still, it's a position you can work from. And also, in the position you are now from turning, you can't really do much anyway. Even if he does get it to you, it's very hard to create a chance, you know, unless you're in comms. So I'd say in this position, both your teammates are back. You just get behind them, let them attack after you. And of course, maybe you would have been able to save the shot. So I hope that's helpful. Like this is fine positioning wise. Okay, he did demo you. Something you have to look out for and expect if he's behind you. I get demoed a lot, too much actually. So yeah, it's something that I have to work on as well. But definitely something avoidable. I do usually try and move, if I sense it, I move across and, you know. I think he went for a pass though. That was unfortunate he didn't read it, or he didn't have enough boost to get to it. Goes out to the middle. He leaves it for his teammate. His teammate doesn't want to go. Alright. Okay, takes that. Alright, so I think there you pushed up a tiny bit too much, and that's why you got like an awkward clear. And yeah, let's just look at that again. So I think there's a few things to change. As soon as you see your teammates not going to get that, you could turn back a little bit sooner, but I think the time you turn is okay. It's okay, the time like there, you should be turning just a tiny bit earlier, which means you can like maybe wrap around the ball. Then I think there's another option. Once you've made this decision, the decision you've made, I think you could take that to your back wall and then clear it, if that makes sense. So if you take it up the wall, maybe clear it to the other side, maybe clear it downfield. But yeah, I think that's risky because both your teammates aren't back yet, and that first hit you did could have led to a goal. The opponents were coming onto the ball. Your teammates were a bit struggling. They probably didn't have full boost, all of them. So yeah, I think it was a little bit risky what you did to like take that hit then. And actually a piece of advice that I got from Johnny Boy was that having the ball on your back wall is probably the safest place it can be. In that situation there was no opponents there if you did take it to your back wall, so still it was safe. But even if there are opponents around, safest place is your back wall because they literally can't score directly from that position. The only thing that can happen is if it spills out to the middle of your goal. But other than that, like there's literally no way for them to get it into your goal because the angle's too tight, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's continue. Good fake challenge there. Oh, unlucky. Oh, good fake challenge, and you actually got yourself into a much better position than you would have if you just 50-50'd this. But unfortunately, you didn't get the block. I feel like he sped the other guy up. Yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate for you. Just slightly better mechanics and you get that clear, or like the block. So it's a little bit unfortunate. I think you did the right thing, honestly. I think that guy may have got bumped into it, which may have sped him up, which is a bit unfortunate. And it's a bit weird that both the blue teammates were going for the same ball and in the same position. So it's not something you can expect too much. Good demo. Good demo there. Alright. Oh! That's awkward. I can see what you were trying to do. I think your teammate, once he's gone past him, he should just leave him, trust you. He should know you're behind him, basically. So he didn't recognize that, and he just bumped the other way. I think you had a nice pass off to one of them at least. They didn't recognize that. Alright, going for a little airplay. Not too bad. It's gone to the middle. It's good that once you've like sort of messed up your air dribble or whatever, to go for that 50-50, that's very good. A little bit of a poor cross. I'd say you could have got that a bit more central, with a bit more power. It's fine. Okay, you got a good shot. I think that defender really should have been chasing this ball. They need to be chasing this ball. As soon as it comes off that back wall, they should be chasing it. I don't know if he had much boost or whatever. But yeah, really good positioning again. To be on that, like, that's something that's very important for attacking. You need to be in space. It's not about being in the perfect position. It's about being in a general position. And you did great there. You always want to be as wide as possible for your teammates' passes. I don't think your teammates are always looking for passes. There was one pass for a goal they looked for, which was pretty good. But in general, I don't think they're looking for those passes. Oh, you get bumped. This is kind of the tough position. Can you get... Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, unlucky there. Yeah, overall, not bad, not bad. Just a few rotational mistakes, stuff like that. So I really do hope this video was helpful for you and for anyone else watching the video. And if you do want your replay analysed, feel free to send it to the email address I put in the beginning of the video and in the description. And yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.